How's it going, everybody? So, a little update on the computer. I got 2 pumps put in it. I'm just tightening down all the fittings, getting them back where they're supposed to be right now. So once we get everything back where it's supposed to be, we're going to start streaming. When I was running around grabbing the parts for this, I also ran a couple errands. And that was good because now I don't have anything else to do but fix this and stream. I mean, there are some other things I could do, but it's okay. It's alright. We've got time. Alright. So this piece that I moved out of the way, got it tightened up. Back in the way now. Oh boy. Top mount. That looks like it's going in straight. Yep. That's the hardest thing with these fittings. Is it's hard not to cross thread them. When you're in here with hardline and it all just fits perfect, you know. Every piece of tube is custom cut for every section. That's like putting in plumbing, except you got a lot of it to put in a very small space. Sorry, I'm trying to get a good grip on this thing. Damn, I had it. Come on. That's the stuff, but straighten out. There you go. Damn it. This one is always a bitch. Oh my god, it's pissing me off. Can I move this one? Damn, that Velcro's no joke. Wait for right now. Gives us a little better view. Here we go. No, come on. Don't fucking cross thread. Just go in there like you know you want to. The hole is your home, fitting. Don't you want to go to your home? There we go. Now it's in there right. Now we got it. Alright. I got the right kind of wrench out now. Needle nose, pliers, wrench, pliers, whatever. Got the right kind of pliers out now. I would always recommend using needle nose because it really helps you get in there without scratching stuff up. And so that's what I try to fuck with here. Let's see. Alright, we're tight, and we're closed off. All of my fittings are on there. Pumps are connected. Put our last PCI Express card back in. Also got a blank that I took out to just help me access some of these cables better. Oh, Bubba Bonk. Yeah, come on now. There it goes. Screwdriver, I think, for this. got it. Oh, dropped it. Dropped it. And good cow. There it goes. In there like swimwear. I'm not squeezing any of those cables. Got our jumper on. Go ahead and fill it up. It's time to fill it up. Yes. I don't get why this not straight. Should be straight as shit. There we go. Much better. Okay. So let's get this rotated a bit. You guys can hopefully see what's going to be happening here. I'm going to close the valve off down at the bottom. The draining valve gets closed off. I can remove the drain hose too, but I think I'm going to need to do that from the back. No, there it goes. Pop right off. Okay. So top one's open, bottom one's closed. Res to pump, to radiator, to CPU, no leaks, no changes. Okay, I just like to make sure that everything is still connected the way it's supposed to be before I start putting fluid back in. So I did leave as much fluid in there as possible. And I don't have any new fluid, unfortunately. So this is the fluid that I just drained out, plus some that I've had saved up. It's just, I bought a gallon's worth, and this is what's left. A little under a half gallon. That's all it takes. Right about a half gallon is what it's going to take to fill this thing up, I do believe. So, sorry, I'll move this jug out of the way. I'm not filling it up with milk, just so in case anyone's wondering. This is not milk. It's a coolant that just happens to be white. I'm not storing it in a milk jug. That's a distilled water jug, but yeah, looks like a milk jug. So I gotcha. All right, so I'm slowly putting the fluid in my fill port up top. I'll turn you guys a little, tilt up maybe. Maybe now you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So sucking up the milk. And squirt it in here. And you can see it kind of glugs back down. It just takes a while. This is probably the most tedious and pain in the butt part. Filling it up. But I got a big reservoir, which is nice. This is very nice. I can put a lot of fluid in there and then start trying to wiggle it around my system. The problem is I have a hump between reservoir and my pumps. The coolant has to go over this hump, and so it makes it hard to get fluid to my pumps right off the bat. But I think having as much room as I do now on this counter, I will be able to get it to work, and I'll show you guys how I do it. Hopefully I'll be able to show you. And hopefully I won't drop my PC in the process. We're getting close to our first tipping point. So you fill it up until it fills up the reservoir and fills up as much as you can. you know, obviously it'll eventually start, you know, it'll be full and I won't be able to fill it up anymore. So we're going to fill it up all the way until we can't anymore. And we're going to tilt it around, try to get the air bubbles back up here. And then we'll fill it up again, and then we'll turn the pumps on. And that will push all the rest of the air out. And hopefully it will do that without damaging the pumps and without making them run with no fluid on them. You don't want to run your water pumps without fluid. This is not an instructional video by any means, just so you guys know. I'm not a professional water cooler or anything like that. For that, you should go to Jay's 2 Cents, or Linus Tech Tips did a cool water cooling video that's easy to follow. But those guys know much more about it than I do. I just thought it was really cool. I learned from them, so, you know, I wouldn't come to me for advice. I did go a little overboard with mine, I think, but that was the plan. That's what I wanted. So, I do what I want. Okay. Hope the stream's good. I hope you guys can hear me. Soon I will be streaming with chat. I'll be able to see what the hell you're saying. So, that would be nice. You can go to Discord. If you're part of the Discord, you can go in there and say something if you got something I need to hear. If you can't hear me or something, then I don't even know why I'm saying this. If you can't hear me, then we got bigger issues than that. I mean, you don't even know what I'm saying right now. I'm really good at reading lips. Weeks and I did that. Alright, so I just did a little bit of a pressure test. I kind of pushed this in there tight and then blow a little air in, and it moves some of the liquid around and does a nice little test to see if I've got any leaks, because they normally show up when you put them under pressure if you've got them. Alright, we're unplugging it from power. I don't have any danglies or hanglies. Sorry, I'll move the bowl. Get the bowl out of the way. Get the jug of milk out of the way. Move some stuff so you guys can get a view of what I'm about to do. Good. Oh my gosh, there's just so much crap up there right now. Sorry. So we want to go this way with it. This is what I do. I just tilt it, the whole thing. We're going to bring it all the way back onto its side and lean it this way a bit. There we go. Now we've got fluid going into our pumps. Okay. And now we're going to go upside down with it. Oh, I spilled a little coolant. Oh no. Okay. And I think we're just going to keep rotating the same direction this time. I don't normally rotate it onto its face, but here we go. Rotating it over. Doing a full somersault here with this thing. Ouch. It pinched me. Alright. And rotate it again. Okay. We got a good bit of fluid down there in our pumps. This thing is stupidly heavy. Alright, we're getting a little bit more fluid down there into the pumps. Let's go this way now. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Slipping and sliding, please. More fluid into the pumps. Come on now. There we go. That's the stuff. Whew. There's enough fluid in there now where I feel okay with giving them a little quick turn on. Let's do this. See what they do. Whoop. Okay, they pumped a little bit of fluid, but not enough to make me happy. So let's tilt back. See if we can get some more fluid down in there to them. Yeah. Let's do this. Open the top and do a little more pumping of pressure, because that also pushes a little bit of fluid over the edge into the pumps. So we will, whoop. There we go. Whoop. A little bit more. Okay. Now close this off again. And do it this way. And that way. All right. Now they've got a good bit more fluid in them. Let's turn them on again. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay. That got some of the air bubbles down through it. This just takes a while, you guys. It's just a tedious, pain in the ass process. Now we're getting some real pressure going through here. All right. We're about to start pushing some air out, hopefully. I got it tilted again. I hate tilting it. This thing's so fucking heavy. I just feel like it's going to break at any moment when I'm doing this. Oh, come on. Turning it on again. What do we got now? Come on. Oh, a little more fluid over. Such a pain in the ass, though. Alright. Just going to go ahead and unhook this so it's out of the way. Dry that hole out so it's not dripping inside my case. And then we're just going to tumble it. You know, you get the bag and fumble it. I get my computer, flip it, and tumble it. Oh shit! All right, come down. I'm not going to flip it all the way because I think that might have just solved our problem. Okay. Ooh, actually that really did. That put almost no air between the reservoir and the pumps, which is what you want. So here, I'll show you guys now what we're doing. Here. So this is what we're fighting here. See this little air bubble in the top of this line? This line comes out of the reservoir in here, goes up and over and down into our pumps. And so we don't want that air in there because the pumps can't handle very much air. But that's a pretty small amount, what we have there. So we're going to go ahead and crank it on. You guys can watch it fill and watch the reservoir drain. Now that we've got very little air in our pumps, I'm going to turn them off because they've got a little bit of air in there. Alright. There we go. And you'll start seeing fluid come out of the top there. There it goes. Going to the CPU, going to the graphics card. Little channels in the graphics card and dumping back into the reservoir. We have now got circulation. Once you get it circulating, that's when you're pretty much home free. Now you just have to finish filling it up. Okay, I'm cutting it off because the pump's starting to suck little air bubbles up. With a big reservoir like that, it bubbles and fizzes at the bottom, and your pumps can suck those bubbles through, and that's not good for them either. So now we gotta fill this boy up. Where is our fill tube? Fill tube being attached. More fluid. Or milk, whatever. We do not condone putting milk in your PC. Do as I do, not as I say. Maybe. Maybe don't even do as I do either. Who knows? That could be a crapshoot. Alright. Now that shit's stuck in my head. Well, if anyone's here watching me do this stupid shit, thanks. Thank you. Please. Please? Please? No, please. But thank you for hanging out with me while I am fixing my computer. And if you feel bad for me at all, this was a $160 repair. So if you feel bad for me at all, if you want to help me out just like a little bit, streamlabs.com/notlandon. There's a link on my YouTube, on my Twitch, and I think on Mixer. I think there's links on all three of those. Smashcast should have a link somewhere, but I don't know how to tell you where to find it. So if you feel bad for me and want to help me out, I would super appreciate it. Anything that goes into my Streamlabs donation, all of that money goes directly back to the stream. So if you donate money, you see improvements. Things will improve, I promise. I'm eventually going to get an air-cooled streaming PC. So chances of issues like this happening are very slim. And I'll be able to stream at high bandwidths without having to worry about it interfering with my game and whatnot. We're gonna hopefully start optimizing this stuff quite a bit. I need a capture card, a good one, to capture Xbox video, so I can stream Xbox chilling on the couch and stuff whenever we want to do that. Play some Halo and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, any little bit helps. So if you guys ever have a couple extra dollars and you want to leave a goofy message that the bot will read for everyone, go for it, man. You can say whatever. I don't have very many limitations on it. I mean, you can cuss and shit. I don't care. So I just need money. I need money. I said shit. Me too. We've been kicking it ever since. Who's this? That's I need money. No talk, how come he? Oh my gosh. Alright, now we're just gonna jiggle it a bit. The idea of jiggling it is get the air bubbles out. Nothing is running. Nothing computer-wise is on right now. Just the pumps. So it doesn't matter if I jiggle it. There's no hard drive that's shaking around. I don't even have... I mean, I have a hard drive, but I don't use it for anything, really. I know Big Germ's going to be getting on here in a little bit. He said something about gaming. Gets off in 30 minutes. That was almost 30 minutes ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if he ringety-ringed us here pretty soon. He does not know that I'm streaming and that will cut off the stream. But, yeah. So we're looking good. We're looking good. I can still hear a couple bubbles. Let's see if I can get you guys to hear that. Do you hear that? My nose. Do you see my nose? Do you hear that though? Oh, it's stopping now. Do you hear it? Hope so. Hope you can hear it. Oh no, I ended the stream and started it again. Earlier that seemed to work just fine and it all ran together, so I'm hoping that we're still in the same video. Hoopah. Alright, let's cut it off. Let it fill up that little bit. Air that moved to the top. You really don't want air in your system. I mean, if you've got a big enough reservoir like I do, it's not a problem, but it makes noise, which that's annoying. But it also can cause fluctuation in pressure. So fluids don't compress. Fluids don't change their volume. Fluids are a volume, and that doesn't change. As far as I know, even under extreme pressures, I really am not 100% on that. because I believe, eventually they'll turn to a solid, and then yes, they do compress a little, I believe. But liquids don't, for the most part, for these kinds of pressures, liquids do not compress at all. But gases do. Gases always compress. I don't know if you see like those pistons that you use to like hold your car door open and close them. That's a good example of gases compressing. You couldn't do that if you put liquid in the tubes. The tubes would just explode when you went to close your door, whereas they just compress the air normally. That's why they have air compressors and not fluid compressors. That's not a thing. So if you have air in your system, when your pumps turn on, they build up all this pressure all of a sudden, and then it releases because it's pumping the fluid and then pumping the fluid. The pump isn't 100% giving full thrust all the time. So it causes these crazy fluctuations in pressure, and that pushes back on your pump when it's trying to speed up, and it just causes extra resistance to your pump that you don't need. There's no reason to have it. So if you're careful and you do it right, you can get all of the air out. You'll eventually find a bubble in there, so probably, but I've done pretty good. If you let it sit up here and run for like 30 minutes to an hour or so, you'll get those bubbles out. You'll get them out. I gotta grab some water. Give me 1 second, you guys. Oh, man, I was thirsty. Alright, let's get all the fluid out of here. There's a couple of driplets and droplets. It's always good to clean up all the drips and drops that have dried and fallen in your case while you were filling it up, because you'll look at them later and you'll be wondering if your lines are leaking. And it's nice to know for sure. If you see drops on the bottom of your case, it's nice to be able to know for sure that means there's a leak and those were not there before. I've been doing this in this case for a little while now, and so I've got a few drops and drips in a few places that I can't really reach them and wipe it out. It's really hard. And so I just try to do the best I can. But yeah, I would recommend getting all of the drops out of there. All right, cut it off. Let's see where we're at now, bubble-wise. All right, I think we might be good, you guys. There's no need to keep it up here for an hour or anything like that. Make sure there's no air bubbles in my graphics water blocks. Looks like there are not. It looks like we are good. Oh, man. I'm starting to kind of get tired. Okay. Yep. We're going to call it. So I close off my fill port, grab a bunch of paper towels because my fill tube has fluid in it. I'll show you guys this. I'll show you. So, we are going to be running low on battery. I do need to plug this back in if we're going to keep going. So, tube, you see it's got fluid in it. And so we're going to unscrew this tube and let that fluid just fall out into this paper towel. See if I can do this one-handed. So, paper towel around it. Oh shit, no, hold on. So we started unscrewing the valve. We don't want to disconnect the valve. Sorry you guys for this very flattering angle up my nose. But I gotta use both hands. Okay, you'll see the fluid's gonna drain out right about now. We got all of that in the paper towel. It's not much fluid, but it's the reason why I don't have a full gallon of fluid anymore. Little bit, after a little bit, you lose it. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff back in my coolant jug. Let's see. much as we're going to get. Cool, cool. Throw all that stuff in the sink, wash it out so it doesn't get all crusty. And I think we're good, you guys. So all I'm going to do is plug all my stuff back in. And we'll turn it on for some light. So I got to plug this back in right here. This goes in here. It makes a cool, pretty little black and white ribbony thing, but there's shit in the way right now. I've got to plug all three of these in up there. And my two graphics card power supplies, which I believe go over this. No, they go under it. They go this way. We'll go back in here. So I'm going to turn the power supply off, unplug it, connect all that stuff up, and I will see you guys in the computer room streaming some whatever or something. I don't know.